So Megan, I'm really pleased that you've come in after your fall down the stairs, and I understand that you've got some back pain. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to monitor the baby's heartbeats. But before we do that, I think it's important that you should perhaps go for a wee first, because especially with you having twins and you could be sitting on the bed for up to an hour, it's going to make it just more comfortable for you.
Yeah.
So have a wee and then we'll be ready to go when you come back. Are you comfortable?
Yes, I'm
Right, okay. So, like I said, this test could take between 10 to 60 minutes. So this is the assessment tool that we're going to use alongside our clinical findings. We're not going to be actually watching the babies today, as in an ultrasound scan. We're going to be listening to both babies' heartbeats because you are having twins, aren't you? And we'll talk a little bit more about the machine when we've actually got you on the monitor. Is it all right for me to proceed?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'm going to put fetal heart 1 onto baby A. That's really important that we do that, because Megan, this is the first monitoring that she's actually had, but she may have many during her pregnancy, and she may not do, but it is important that baby A goes onto twin 1. And as usual, these are in a bit of a muddy state, but yeah, that's fine. And ladies who are having twins will always know which twin A and which twin is twin B. And Megan hasn't been on this monitor before. It's the first time she's been on the monitor. So baby A, head down, is well down here. Really low down here. There we go, coming in loud and clear there. And I'm just going to lob one of these belts around your toy, Megan. Got the other one, that's great. Not too tight, and no knots, because that's just more uncomfortable for the lady. Now we can, we're still monitoring the volume of baby A there, so we're going to turn that one down, and we're going to turn on baby B. Gel it there. We know that baby B is breech. And hopefully there's baby B. So much easier when somebody is so slim like you, Annie. Now, how does that feel to you? Comfortable? It's comfortable, right? Okay. And then we're going to just attach the toe pill. Just to, we can often do this on our second belt. So we'll just attach that there. Be fine. One more thing to attach, Megan. Why are you? Where is the sax probe, which we're going to put onto your finger there. Alright, okay. Are we good? Okay, good. Right, okay. So, what I'm going to do next now, Megan, is on the monitor, so I'm just going to put in her demographics. That is a far frame, which we will just... There we go. So I'm just going to enter some patient data here in that box there. There we go. So it's important that I stay with Megan and her babies for 3 to 5 minutes to make sure that I am in fact monitoring both babies and Megan separately, and also to check that I haven't got any kind of patterns that would mean we would need to deliver these babies urgently, like a sinusoidal or a chronic hypoxia pattern. So as I'm looking at it now, and I will explain all these features in detail later, I can see that fetal heart baby A is the same as Megan's pulse. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments to sort that out and rectify it. So the machine is on, we're ready to start the analysis. So the monitor is now on. I'm going to press and hold the print button, and it's just asking me, you know that you are monitoring twins here, Kate. Do you want to unplug any of the transducers? And my answer is no. I know that I'm monitoring twins and I want to continue to print, thank you. And we can see that as I do that, the print button has turned green and the Dawes Redman soft key has turned purple. So we will be able to shortly see the trace for both babies coming out here, and it looks like up here that we have got 2 different heartbeats. So here in green you will see this is twin number 1, or baby A, on scan. You will notice also that the audio symbol is there. That means this is the twin that we can hear at the moment. And if we want to increase the volume, we just do the volume buttons up and down. If we want to listen to twin 2, baby B, we will turn off baby 1. And then you'll see that baby 2, or twin B, the audio symbol is clearly displayed now, and we are listening into baby B. It's a test that can take between 10 and 60 minutes. And the computer may hear all it needs to hear from the baby's heartbeats at 10 minutes, or it may take up to 60 minutes. In fact, sometimes with twins it generally does take longer, and Megan is only 28 weeks, so it may be that the machine won't hear all it needs to hear. That doesn't mean there's a problem. It means that we will need to take this together with Megan and the clinical findings to our registrar, who will then review Megan and make a plan. So we're just going to run through the various function keys on the Dawes Redman now. Something that makes it easier to see the baby's heartbeats if they are looking similar is to press the graph button here. And what you'll see there is that both babies' heart rates now are clearly coming out a different colour. And that makes it so much easier when you're just wondering, are they the same, are they not the same? If you look on the graph, it will become clear. And we can also see here that we've got Megan's heart rate clearly different as well. So using the graph for twins is really, really good. Avoid trace offsets if you can. It reduces misinterpretations. Moving up here, we've got our battery indicator. It takes 3 hours to charge a Dawes Redman machine from empty, and it's always good to have a full charge because then you don't need to plug it in and you've got up to 4 hours worth of usage. You will save usage if you don't have your volume switched off very high as well. Your patient demographics are over here. We've got our TOCO here, which we're not too concerned with, although we don't really want to see any uterine irritability. But you know that we don't put ladies on the Dawes Redman if they are having painful tightenings or if they're in labour. Here we have the saturation and the maternal heart rate showing up both nicely in orange. We should always have a SACS monitor on our ladies when we are monitoring them using the CCTG. We don't have enough at the moment, so we are ordering some. But if you don't have one at hand, it's important that you put a mark on the paper and write in the maternal pulse. And you would just click on the pen, and then you would be able to put a comment about Megan's pulse, Megan's position, anything else of note. I'm just going to show you how to do the trace offsets. You click on settings, you would click on trace offsets, and then it would ask you, do you want to raise the twin, the first twin up on the piece of paper by 20 beats? And you would tick in there for yes, I do. We don't generally want to do that, but we must use that with reservation and caution because that can lead to misinterpretation. So we don't really want to use that, and I would rarely use that, because if you're looking and you think that both heart rates look the same, they probably are. And if that's the case, you need to readjust your abdominal transducers. Notice that I haven't given Megan the event button, and that is this button here. And that's because with twins, we need to know which baby's moving and which baby isn't. And we can't know that by Megan pressing this button, and the machine can't know it internally either. So when the machine is analysing the baby's heart rates, it doesn't use this, nor does it use fetal movements internally. It actually just analyses using accelerations as the guide to well-being. Sometimes it's really useful to be able to illuminate the paper, particularly on a night shift if the room's dark and you're having trouble seeing what's coming out in your first few minutes of trace. So we'd actually press on the settings button there. We're going to go to System, and then we're going to go to Paper Printer Illumination, and we're going to press into the box there, and this is how it looks. Hopefully you can see that the paper is actually now illuminated. So now you can see that the soft key that says Dawes Redman is actually turned green, and that's really good, because that means that the machine has heard all it needs to hear from both your babies to say that we are happy with the condition of both Megan's twins at the moment. So that's very reassuring. So what we're actually going to do now is the analysis is complete, we're going to print it out. So to do that, we press and hold the printer key here. And not only will we get one analysis, but actually we will get two. So both babies have met the criteria of the Dawes Redman in 10 minutes, which is absolutely brilliant. We know that Dawes Redman analysis needs to be viewed with caution and reservation in twins. So it's always very important that we assess visually, and then, because twins are higher risk, that we always, with any antenatal admission, that we go and escalate to our registrar, who then will review Megan, and a plan will be made from there. Just to note, we had 95 sets of twins at James Cook in 2024, and 72 sets of dichorionic and 23 sets of monochorionic. And we do find that our antenatal areas like triage and the antenatal ward monitor twins more than we do on our labour ward. And the reason for that is that 20% of our twins last year had vaginal ovaries, with a proportion between 48 and 62% opting for elective sections. So you'll note that most of the twins that we do monitor will be in our antenatal areas, but we can monitor them on our labour ward using our Philips monitors, either wired or on the telemetry machines that we have. So thanks very much, Megan, and good luck with your twin girls.